Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, and I am also known as the Inventor Lady. So the topic today was supposed to be how you're going to use the funds when you receive them from AOS, but I talked about that yesterday. So sorry for jumping the gun a little bit on topics. If that's why you are here, then you can go back and find it on Archimedes Offspring. It is there. And if you've got a specific question about that, you can always send it to me in email. So today we're going to talk about the things what not to do. And that is not on the list. And I was talking to someone this morning, and that was the trigger. All right. First of all, I do not want to see your business plan. I don't know of anyone who helps inventors, legitimately helps inventors, wants to see your business plan. First of all, you don't have a business yet. How can you do pro formas for 5 years from now when you haven't sold any? All right. You're guessing. And that's what's so frustrating when somebody says, well, I'll send you my business plan. I don't want to see your business plan. Really don't. What do I want to see? I want to know your independent search, what was found. I want to know, did you build your own version of a prototype? Duct tape and cardboard are my favorites. All right. But I have seen some really good ones made out of Legos, Play-Doh, and pipe cleaners. Whatever is in your kitchen counters downstairs in the kids' toy box, you can find some cool things that get it out of your head. I'm not looking for sexy here. I am just looking for the basics. All right. Can you make it? And not everybody can make it. You know, I've got people say, well, it fits in a black box and it does these things. Don't show me a picture of an empty black box. All right. That's not going to do it. And I realize that not everyone can do, the prototype. Do the best you can. But for most consumer gadgets, you can figure something out. You can take a hanger apart. You could buy a few parts on the store shelf at Ace or Home Depot and figure it out. I've been amazed at how good some of the prototypes are when they were just made in the garage or at the kitchen table. So that's what I want to know that you've done. Your own version of searching, that you then did your own version of a prototype. You had an independent search done, all right, and then that you had a registered patent attorney take a look at it. And sometimes, they charge more to give you that written patentability opinion. Sometimes it's a verbal conversation you have with them, but they help set parameters, and that's what I want to know. And it's the same thing with Archimedes Offspring. Now, if you go through the vetting process and you're chosen, you can actually be reimbursed for the costs of the independent search and the patentability opinion. All right, those are the things I want. If you are presenting to a company, and I had a young lady with a brilliant product, and she goes, let me practice on you. And it's like, okay, you can practice on me. And she started telling me her life story. No, people are busy. They do not want your life story. Respect the people you are talking to. I don't want your life story. I want to know the facts, right? What is the problem? How are you solving it? And can you build it at a price people are going to pay for it? And that's what I told this young lady. It's like, when you're standing there in front of these board people, all right, these company executives, they want it down and dirty. Give it to them sweet. If they have other questions, if they ask you, how did you come up with it? By all means, then you answer the questions. But your presentation should be 5 minutes or less. All right. You need to really think elevator pitch. And everyone I know who's working in the business, that's where it starts. Whether you're talking to Warren Tuttle in Connecticut, and you're giving him the pitch, Michael Miller with Danco, you're giving him the pitch. What you are looking at is 60 seconds. What's the problem? What does it solve? How do you solve it? And can it be built at a price that consumers are willing to pay for it? Now, that last one, you may not always know that one, but you'll have a ballpark. All right. If you walk down an aisle at Target and you see a dozen flashlights, flashlight is a light coming out of the end of a stick, right? But the guy who made it wrap around the pole, that was cool. So you know that you can make the basics, all right, to get it in the ballpark, but you need to be in the ballpark. You, as the inventor, do not get to set the price. The consumer is going to set the price. And that's why when someone tells me, well, nothing has ever been done like it. Yeah, let's hold off on that a little bit. I see patents that were done 40, 50 years ago that are exactly what you're doing. And the problem was technology didn't allow it to be built at a price the consumer would pay for it. Well, now as technology catches up for it, that old patent is prior art. It's going to be used against you. So now you need to be able to figure out, okay, how do I make mine better? And this is where your registered patent attorney comes into play. That is what you need to ask them. All right, here's what's been done. Here's what I'm doing. These are my changes. And he's going to walk you through that. I am not a registered patent attorney. I look at patents from a business point of view. And I want to know, can you make money off of this? And the legal opinions on the sweet spot and how you bump up against prior art, that's the job of your registered patent attorney. Not you, not a buddy, not a book, the registered patent attorney. Another don't do it yourself. Don't have your buddy do it. Don't have some kid in law school do it. A registered patent attorney is the one who needs to do your patent. All right. So when you go then and, you're looking at, I hear people all the time, it's like, well, I went and I heard this speaker and I went and I heard that speaker. It's like, oh, Lord, just shoot me now. There are good speakers and there are good resources. The inventor, when you start taking them helter-skelter from all over the place, you can get yourself into a world of hurt. You get somebody that says, oh, do a business plan and set up a business. No, 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 no. You're going to take this one step at a time. Right? Get the search done. Know that you've got something to work with. Get your prototype done. Know that you can make it at a price the consumer will pay for it. Eventually, you will have something to work with. By then, you've licensed it or you're starting to go down the road of selling the intellectual property. Still, we don't want to see a business plan. And so anybody who walks you, the inventor, into that trap, all right, walk away. Right? Because all they're doing is setting you up to spend a ton of money that you don't need to spend. You're going to need that money. You're going to need to spend it on engineers and prototypes and short-run manufacturing. If you're chosen for Archimedes, you're going to be using those funds. And if you tell me that you've wasted a whole bunch of money on things you shouldn't be spending it on, I'm going to be cranky. All right? You're not going to do that. We're going to get you early enough before you've wasted that money. But if you're not going through that process and you're doing it on your own, no, you're not going to spend money on those types of checkmark items. All right, they make you feel good because you got something done and you wasted a lot of money doing it. Stay focused, right? You can go and get a checklist from my website, inventorlady.com. It's called the Inventor's Galaxy Guide, and it's going to tell you the 7 phases of inventing. And doing a business plan is not on the list, ever. So I know that when you're looking for resources, you get sent into some of those groups, and if they start out with, here's how to do a business plan, get up and walk out. I am serious. There may come a time as a startup that you do a business plan. It is not yet, right? The one thing I can say that they do, all right, is give you, the inventor, a sense of the scope and magnitude of what running a business is going to be. And one of the young ladies I was talking to yesterday at the meeting, we went over the multiple of 5, and we went over it several times because it just didn't seem to set. It just didn't seem to register that she was going to be locked into this multiple of 5, which means if it's a $50 retail item, the store bought it for $25, some distributor bought it from you for about $12.50. You have to make it, package it, ship it, and insure it for $10, and that leaves you $2.50 thereabouts to do all of your marketing, pay all of your service providers. And for most inventors, that just doesn't work. But that's the reality of what you're dealing with. So one step at a time, no business plan, focus. All right. I don't want you drinking little umbrella drinks down in Tahiti. It's not going to happen that way. One step at a time. You make the next set of business decisions based on what you gathered at the last task. You can't make it all. You can't put it in a business plan. You can't say, oh, this is what I'm going to do, because you don't know yet what you're going to do because you haven't done the right steps. We're here to help you. We're here to walk you through it. And you can get the information right at your fingertips. Inventor's Galaxy Guide, then you go to Archimedes Offspring, you learn what needs to be done. We're here to help you not throw your money down the tubes. My name is Rita Crompton, and I will talk to you tomorrow.